I am genuinely waiting for a year that goes by without an influencer or a celebrity's past tweets being dug up. Today, we're actually going to speak about Brooke Schofield. She's a co-host on Tanamojo's show called Cancelled. And yeah, we're going to speak about that. Honestly, prior to now, I didn't really know about this person. I've never been a fan of Tana Mojo. I do not listen to her. I just know her because of T channels and because of blogs. And this case being a case of racism was kind of triggering because, in case you guys don't know, I was racially attacked earlier this year, and it was not a funny experience. It brought back my panic attack. And honestly, racism is something that, I'm not gonna lie, kind of find it very hard to forgive. I find it so hard to forgive because being in that position of being attacked racially or being hated because of your skin tone, if you've not experienced it, is not something that I can wish on anybody. Okay, especially because I've actually experienced it, and it's not a funny thing. Like, it's not funny. You're always walking, checking your back. That is not something that somebody would love to do. That's not something you would want to do. In case you do not even know, I live in the UK, and literally like 3 weeks ago, there were people, white people, EDL, part of the EDL community or whatever, EDL group. They are like a far right group. They were attacking black, brown people, like literally burning people's cars, beating people up. One even chased someone with a saw because they wanted to maybe butcher them. I really don't know. Racism is something that I cannot easily forgive, if that makes sense. I cannot, because it's hatred towards somebody because of the person's skin tone. And again, before I move on, there is nothing like reverse racism. It's not just me saying it. It's literally what was being coined by the people who invented racism. There's nothing like reverse racism. The creation of race was to benefit the white people. So there's nothing like reverse racism, because if there's something like reverse racism, that means the minority group or minority people have more power over the majority group, that's the white people, which that can only happen in a perfect world. Okay?
If you've ever spoken about white supremacy, you've probably been accused of being a reverse racist. But the reverse of racism is equality, so what do people think reverse racism is, and why doesn't it exist? As we've been learning, race is a system that was invented to do racism. And racialization, or the categorization of people by race, was literally invented to uplift white people. And that's not something I'm saying, that's something that they said. And white supremacy is the false and harmful idea that white Western Europeans are inherently superior in every way and should therefore rule society, and society should revolve around them. Because racism is systemic, we are taught racism, and that informs our beliefs, and our beliefs inform our behaviors. And so if we don't do the work of unlearning those racist beliefs, we might do racist actions, whether that happens consciously or subconsciously. Anyone, regardless of whether they're racially privileged or racially marginalized, can be racist. But by the rules of racism that the racists created, white people cannot be harmed by racism. They can only be uplifted. So in the context of white supremacy, if you're white, racism can't harm you, it benefits you. And that's not my opinion, that's literally how and why race and racism were invented. Being privileged means that you benefit from a system of oppression at the expense of others. And if the system of oppression that you're benefiting from is race, then you can't be harmed by racism. But you can be harmed by other systems of oppression, or privileged in other ways. That understanding comes from intersectionality theory, as coined by Dr. Kimberly Crenshaw. But by the rules of the construct of race, and the racism that it enables, racism only goes in one direction. And we all have some idea that this is true, otherwise they wouldn't be calling their made-up phenomenon reverse racism.
Smarter in seconds.
So that being said, I have not watched her apology video. I do not really know anything about this person. So I'm just going to do I'm going to do my research in front of you guys. But before we go in, I forgot to even introduce myself. Hi, my name is Drew. Welcome to my channel. On this channel, I actually give commentary on anything that piques my interest, whether it's trending or not. And I also create a more educational light to things that I actually really love talking about. And if that is something you enjoy, kindly like, subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Also, I have a journal, a manifestation journal, and if journaling, if you're looking for something to just help you along the way, if you want to become a better person and you're looking for like a mini therapist or something you could just release your emotions to at the end of the day, my journal is the best for you. Is in the description box. I also have channel memberships if you want to be a part of my channel membership. Kindly join. I have 40 years. Anyone that you want to join, if you want to, or if you want to support me extra, you could also buy me coffee. Link is in the description box. And that being said, let's go on. So, like I said, I don't know anything about this Brooke Schofield. I did like mini research earlier today before I recorded. Like I just recorded a video, so I did a mini research before I started recording. So basically, she gave like 2 to 3 apologies. So I went on TikTok and I saved the videos. I have not watched any of the videos yet. I saved the videos, so you guys are going to see my live reaction to all of this. How do you screen record again? Okay, yeah, I think this is how you screen record. I really don't know anything about this person. So Brooke Schofield, she's an influencer and she's 27 years old. She was born on November 26, 1996. And she's been in a movie called Living in the Dust, Hook, Line, Sinker. She's acted, I think she's also an actress. So she's acted in Hook, Line, Sinker, and Leave Him in the Dust. If she's 27 years, she was born the same year I was born in 1996, because I was born 1996. Okay, she has a Wikipedia page. So Brooke Schofield, born November 26, 1996, which I was also born 1996, but I'm older than her with 9 months. I was born January 1996, and she was born November 26, 1996. She's an American influencer. She's a podcaster and a former actress, and she hosts the podcast Cancelled from 2021 to present with Tana Mojo. According to her parents were drug addicts, and she was adopted by her conservative grandparents when she was 10 years old, and she attended the University of Arizona, where she studied nursing, and she was in a sorority. She dropped out because she said that she frequently cheated in her exams, and inspired the 2017 musical film The Greatest Showman. She moved to Los Angeles in 2018 and she became an actress. Okay, so she's an actress. I didn't even know she was an actress. I just thought that she was an ex-influencer turned podcast host. So she appeared in the films Hook, Line, Sinker, and Leave Him in the Dust in 2019. So she was fired from Catch LA during COVID-19, and she became friends with Tana, and they started a weekly podcast in July 2021 where they gossip about celebrities and discuss their personal lives. She often talks about her relationships on the podcast, and they started a tour in 2023, and from February to July 2024. I think that's the tour that got viral, that Cody Cole was being called out for having the smallest P. I wanted to do a topic on that. I actually researched, but my hard drive crashed. So I'm sorry that video is not coming out, because when I tried to re-edit, it was just not. I haven't deleted it from my SD card because I was like... Anyway, so Bruce has been open about her breast augmentation and other plastic surgery procedures, and she was in a brief relationship with Clinton. Okay, these are just things about her. There's not anything about controversy. Okay, I think this is it. So tweets from Schofield made as a teenager from 2012 to 2015, including a 2013 tweet defending George Zimmerman killing Trayvon Martin. So 2015, if she was born 1996, minus 2015, she would be 19 years. 19 years is an adult. I'm getting triggered already. Sorry, guys. I'm getting triggered. So basically, tweets from Schofield made as a teenager from 2012 to 2015, including a 2013 tweet defending George Zimmerman killing Trayvon Martin in 2012 as self-defense and not a crime of racism. And another from 2015 about her saying so many accidentally racist things the night prior were resurfaced in August 2024 by the Twitter account Pop Crave. She posted a 4-minute long apology video on TikTok from the tweet the same month, and attributing her views at the same time to her grandparents not being progressive. As a result, she temporarily stepped back from the cancelled podcast. So basically, she has temporarily stepped back from the cancelled podcast. Okay, that being said, let's go to her twist. Schofield is under fire after fans discover a series. Okay, guys, in case you guys do not know, I'm actually dyslexic, so reading, I'm going to make lots of mistakes, so I'm going to try my best. So Brooke Schofield is under fire after fans discover a series of racist and insensitive posts from 2015 to 2016, and one of the posts includes her at 16 years old defending George Zimmerman for killing Trayvon Martin. So these are the tweets she said. Guarantee if Zimmerman shot a white guy, this wouldn't even be a story. Newsflash, this wasn't a crime of racism, it was self-defense. Hey my God, I swear I had nappier hair this morning than most African Americans on this end of our country. Hashtag Afro. Why do I have the most ratchet hair ever? Wait, what? Why do I have the most ratchet hair ever? Hey my God, I swear I had nappier hair this morning than most African Americans on this end of our country. This was 2012. 2012, I got into university. That was my first year in university and I was 16 years. What do you call a Mexican baptism? What the hell? Cassie yells racist profanities in the movie theater. Only minorities in the room is sitting directly behind. Only minority in the room is sitting directly behind us. Fucking hell. I said so many accidentally racist things last night. I don't know how I even made it back to America. Where was she? From Earth. Where was she? Stuart Dudu. What? You can tweet. You can answer your... Wait. If you can tweet, you can answer your phone. What? Is that the F word? Like the F word for like gay people? I had a... What? Quit calling me drunk. Is that F what? Is that what I think it is? I don't even want you when you're sober. Honestly, guys, this is my first time reading this tweet because I've been like scrolling. This is... Give me a second. We're going to go to her apology video soon. Has Tana Mojo? I should reply. I think Tana Mojo has been called out for being racist before. And when I was okay, so she's responding 1 hour 40 minutes. So she's basically replied to the controversy. So basically, Tana Mojo, she's replied to the controversy. I'm thinking of doing this like a different video on my reaction to the reply. Do you think I should do that or should I add it to this? If not, because I'm saying it's 1 hour 40 minutes. It's going to be long. This video is going to be long if I want to do that. So now let me go on TikTok. Oh my God. Oh, okay guys, so now I'm on TikTok. I want to react to her apology. I have a feeling she's going to be like, that's AI or something. Hopefully she doesn't say that because yeah, but let's see. We are listening to her apology because I have to know what she actually said. Hopefully she doesn't say something that would piss me off. So let's watch her apology.
I have had a lot to say about accountability lately and how important it is and how far it can go, and I feel like I'm not taking my own advice. Obviously by now you guys have seen the tweets that are circulating around. They unfortunately are not fake. Those are real tweets, like real things that I said. First of all, I want to acknowledge that I feel the same way about them that you do. I think they're so disturbing, they're wrong, they're horrible, and they're disgusting. Of course, I do appreciate the people who are coming to bat for me and like saying like, you know, it was so long ago and like she's grown and stuff, but like it doesn't fucking matter. Like it.
Okay. First of all, I'm actually glad that she's saying, oh, those are real tweets and she's not shying away from it. And even the people that are coming to be like, oh, it's a long time ago, she's like, it doesn't matter. So I'm actually, the first comment I can actually see looks very, very interesting. So after I'm going to read the comments because I'm like, what? Make this the love Brooke button. Wait, let me continue.
Later, really does not matter. They are horrible. I want to talk about particularly the Trayvon Martin, George Zimmerman situation. Right, not to be so.
Wait. Was she trying to cry? Was she trying to cry? I'm so sorry. This is 3 minutes. I don't know if I can wait that long, but I am going to, because I want to really know what she said. I'm so sorry, but like, I cannot believe that someone that was racist has actually changed. It's very hard for, I feel like if you're racist and you want to be anti-racist, you have to go through like therapy. That's literally what I believe. I cannot believe that you wake up one morning and be like, I don't think I can be racist. Because again, I can understand if you do not accept, okay, if for example you don't like black people, you don't like people because of their skin color, I don't think you need to talk down on them. Does that make sense? I don't think you need to talk down on these people and be like, oh, I don't like your skin color and your this or that. There's no need for you to talk down on them. Your racism is real.
Anything at all. I also don't want to blame anybody else at all, and so I'm trying like to be really careful about that. I just want to explain like and give some context.
Is it me or is she crying? Is she crying?
Into like my mindset at the time, because I have seen like some comments today that are like, well, no shit, she's racist, like white nepo baby, like a little like spoiled brat, like, and that was not my situation. And my parents were addicts, so I was adopted by my grandparents when I was like 10, and I grew up with them from that point on. And as is true for a lot of grandparents.
I'm sorry, she's crying. It's pissing me off that she's crying. Why is she crying? It's literally pissing me off that she's crying, because why is she crying? It's pissing me off she's crying. I'm not gonna lie.
They're a little bit less progressive than a lot of us are now. And my grandma has dementia, so it was really just like me and my grandpa. And he is a very, very right-wing conservative man, okay? It was like my household was literally just Fox News all the time. Rush Limbaugh, like if you guys know who that is, like playing literally all day long through the house. And that was just like the only thing ever that I had been exposed to. A lot of you guys have also seen my mom's Twitter, because she was responding back and forth about the Trayvon Martin situation, and I just should have known better. I know her, and I should have known that she's not somebody that I take any sort of political insight from at all. Again, sometimes you like have these people that you like put on a pedestal, and you think everybody older than you is smarter than you and knows everything, and they do not. Truthfully, it took me a really long time. Like, I know some of the tweets I was like 18, and people are like, yeah, like she was old enough to know better. Like, honest to God, you guys, it wasn't until like even after college that I really started to like shift my way of thinking. And there are people in my life who I might have looked up to forever who I do not agree with. And it's amazing now that people are like learning earlier on about politics and like forming their own opinions outside of like what their parents think or what they're hearing. Or
she's not apologized.
But that just wasn't the case for me. Whatever I heard, I passed on. And I'm sorry, very, very sorry to anybody who is hurt by the tweets, because obviously they are very hurtful. Like a lot of it's just like what, like.
Wait, did she say? Did she say, I'm sorry, I'm very, very sorry for anybody that I hurt by the tweet? Huh?
Why would I even say that? And I apologize for not having said something sooner. I just felt like I was getting these messages from people who like were hurt by them, and I felt like by bringing more attention to it, I was just going to be hurting more people, and that was not the right mindset.
Her crying is pissing me off.
Sooner, I would never let something go this far again. Like, love you all so much. Obviously, I know there are some people who are just like not gonna care for me anymore, and like I understand that. I need you to know that like this is not how I think. That is not what I believe. And I am 27 years old now. I've had so much time to like learn and grow and like formulate my own opinions, and they are nothing like they were when I was 17, 18 years old. Right, guys,
honestly, she did not apologize. So what's the apology? She did not apologize. It's like she's scared to say, I'm sorry for the black community, I'm sorry to the Hispanic community, I'm sorry to the Mexicans. She's not apologized. She said, I'm sorry for whoever I've hurt. That's like, what the hell? Like, she's just giving excuses. And then the first comment I'm saying is, make this the love Brooke button. Yeah, someone was like, why does this always happen? Literally. But Trayvon Martin was oh my God, I didn't know that Trayvon Martin was 17 years, but Trayvon Martin was also 17. Yes, because then if you were 17, Trayvon Martin too was also 17. Literally, he was also 17 and he was killed. Huh? Wait, I just saw a comment. You're fine, Brooke. Don't worry about it too much. People are so sensitive these days, and things were a lot different 10 years ago. What the hell? Like, who is this person? I bet you.
How every four.
Let me mute it. I want to see if this person is black or white. Anyway, so
how far it can go, and
yeah, literally, why are you crying? Someone's like, why is she crying? Like, why is she crying? When the explanation is longer than the apology. Because the explanation is longer than the apology. Like, where is the apology? Is this all of it? Like, the whole apology? What exactly? Like, my question is, why is she crying? I think you need to post I think you need to post a screenshot of each tweet and explain one by one in multi-part series. They can never make me like you, Brooke. My crew, let's go. Trayvon Martin was also 17. My parents are older and the same way, I get it. This is a white person. I'm sorry, but it's actually not my fault because literally we get a 25-part series explaining every tweet. Girl, after college, yeah, like literally the crying, wrong answer. Like mine is like, why is she crying? Why are you crying? And someone was like, I like your afro. Why are we getting a life story? Save the life story. It's hard to unlearn the things you were raised with from the start, especially without much exposure to what you need to form your own opinions. I don't understand what this person is saying. I'm sorry, this is a white person that is replying. When someone comes out and speak about racism and is apologizing, it's not a duty of any other person's race. It's not a duty of a white person to accept the apology on behalf of the minority group. I think she gave a second apology after this because I think that's what TMZ posted, but I did not watch it. I went to her page and there's someone that was crying. I don't know why the person was crying. I'm going to check that out. But
guys, I want to talk about my last video, okay? Because I am listening to everybody and obviously I am reflecting and looking back on it, and I do agree with everyone that I missed the mark. I obviously saw everything that was going on and I saw how hurt everybody was by it, so I felt like I just had to put something out as soon as I physically could so that nobody thought I was ignoring the situation or didn't realize how important it was. But as a result of that, I put out this very emotional, scrambled video where I essentially made none of the points that I should have been making. First and obviously most important thing is that I'm so sorry specifically to Black people and the other people of color who were offended by my tweets, okay? Because obviously I'm seeing a lot of positivity in the comments and people saying that they forgive me and it's all white people. And that's how I know I did not address this properly at all. So I want to be clear that this is directed specifically to Black people and other people of color, and I'm not seeking white people's understanding or forgiveness, or approval, or whatever it is. Now, sorry is not enough, in my opinion, for the way that I was tweeting and the things that I was saying online at that time. And I know that there's no apology beyond reparations that can mend that wound. I don't care if I was a teenager, I was old enough to know better.
Fucking hell, this is 6 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to watch that long. But first of all, I don't want to... Let me just say this. This is also a precaution for how you raise your children. I don't know if she's changed. I don't watch her. I don't watch the cancelled podcast. I don't know if she said anything that's been tricky before. I literally do not know. If you watch her, do you think she's changed? Because
things on a public platform, and I am very, very ashamed of it. Especially sorry to those who were affected in real time, because keep in mind I had friends and family who were following me at that time and would have been hurt by those tweets, and I feel sick over that. The tweets were racist, okay? There's no getting around that. They cannot be dismissed as jokes or political opinions or anything else. It was racism. In my last video, I put all this emphasis on my family thinking it was gonna like provide context, but instead it just made it look like I was pointing fingers and like placing blame, and that was exactly the opposite of what I should have been doing. The fact of the matter is nobody forced me to tweet those things. I tweeted those things on my own, and the blame is on me. The conscious choice to not learn about politics until I was a young adult, but that did not stop me from tweeting political opinions. I wanted to appear that I knew more than I did and that I was educated, and instead I was spreading harmful, very, very harmful misinformation. I had all the educational resources available to me.
There's a white person that says, people change. I forgive you, babes. I forgive you. Was this about you? This wasn't about you. They could never make me hate you, Brooke. Jump cuts to reread the script. Hey, so this is still actually, it's really, really insane. I think we are, okay.
To learn what was right, and I chose not to. However, the murder of Trayvon Martin has nothing to do with politics, okay? The murder of Trayvon Martin was a hate crime. It was horrible, and he did not deserve it, and no black person deserves it. When it happened, I repeated disgusting misinformation on a public platform, and I'm genuinely so disturbed by that. I truly cannot believe it. It makes me sick, like truly sick to think about it now. I mentioned in my last video how I didn't really open my eyes until after college, but I want to make it clear that when I say that, I'm referring to hate crimes in particular. It wasn't until after college that I realized how prevalent police brutality is and how common hate crimes are. It's constantly happening. I think a lot of people felt this way, but the murder of George Floyd shifted my mindset completely, okay? Because that's when I started to really research and learn what it was like and what it looked like to be anti-racist. I started to seek out my own resources and learn what reparations looked like and learn what I could do as a white person in situations like these. And I'm really, truly ashamed that it took me that long. I talked in my last video about how I grew up in a Republican household. And I didn't say that because I think all Republicans are racist, but I just wanted you to know that those are the only conversations that I had been exposed to. But then I went off to college, okay? And I went to college in Arizona, which is still a red state, but Arizona is also a state with a lot of diversity. And I was a public health major, where so many elements have to do with race and racial inequality. I learned so much during that time, you guys. It was actually really eye-opening for me because I had a lot of thoughts my entire life that completely shifted once I started to learn things from other people's perspectives. So much of what I previously had believed to be true changed, and I started paying attention to things that I hadn't before. And I acknowledge that I was an adult at this time, and I had all the resources in the world available to me to educate myself prior to college, and I chose not to, and for that I am sorry. Really, really wish that I had. I wrote my college thesis on racial disparities, so how things like socioeconomic standing, health, housing, income, and so many other things can be affected by your race. I didn't stop learning that.
I know what that is.
Don't plan to stop learning about these issues ever. Truly mean that, and I know a lot of you aren't going to believe me, and I understand that, but I do care about these issues, but I don't want this conversation to be over, honestly. I'm not posting this video to make everything go away. I don't want to try to get myself uncanceled, but I know there are a lot of people like me who are still working to unlearn the inherent racism that we possess still. While I know that I've changed, I also know that there is a lot of work to be done, okay? There is a lot that I could still do that I have not done yet, and I promise you that I will. I have been and will continue to look into reparation initiatives to share with you guys, as well as figure out ways that we can give Black creators more visibility, because we know that's a major problem in this space. I want to do everything that I can to show you that I am not the person that I was in 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. I am not. I understand that there are people who are never going to forgive me, and I do not fault you for that at all. At all. but I truly am so sorry. I am sorry for the words that I said. I am sorry for my racist past. I am sorry for the people that I hurt. And I want to do everything I can to earn back your trust, because it really is very important to me. You guys,
Okay, so I just watched the video and I think she explained herself better in this one. For some reason, I actually do believe her. I'm not gonna lie. For some reason, I actually do believe that she's changed. I love the fact that she took accountability. But I don't know, man. I really don't know. I'm like torn because I love the fact that she took accountability and she, at first, the first one, she like gave excuses and all those things. Like, but I'm like, you're 17 and you're still tweeting things like that. Like, girl, you're an adult, literally. So let's go to commentaries from other people and just hear what like other people had to say. But I think,
like I said, I think reparations are more important than apologies. So I have already donated to the Trayvon Martin Foundation. Literally the first thing I did. And I'm doing my research. I'm looking into other communities and foundations that I can help with, and I will continue to do that. Like I said, in any way that I can help.
Okay, so she's donated to the foundation. I don't know, guys, I really don't know how to feel about this. Let's get commentary from some people because I'm tired.
What if I told you that the goal of an apology is not forgiveness? What if I told you that the goal of saying I'm sorry, I apologize, is not to be forgiven by the person or peoples that you harmed? What if I told you that forgiveness is a byproduct of the goal of an apology? The goal of an apology.
My brain is frazzled. My brain is frazzled. I often stop people in their tracks when they try to apologize. I don't want to unless they really know how to apologize and then decide on what okay.
The goal of saying I'm sorry is reconciliation of harm and behavior, internal work, external work, going outwardly to the person or the individuals or the group that you harmed. Whether that be healing the wounds, whether that be monetary, but a behavior change that effectively reconciles the harm. What if I told you that was the goal? And forgiveness is a byproduct.
Okay, how does this relate to
Brooke? By telling white people who have harmed,
like I said,
wait.
What if I told you that the goal of an apology is not behavior change that effectively reconciles the harm? What if I told you that was the goal? And forgiveness is a byproduct of that. What if I told you that by telling white people who have harmed marginalized people, Black people, through acts of racism, that by telling them or making them feel that forgiveness is their goal, what they're actually hearing is that as soon as I receive that forgiveness, I have achieved my goal. Therefore, I have no further work to do. Forgiveness requires work and labor. When people ask people for forgiveness, I want people to really critically think that through. Because if I'm asking you to do labor after I've harmed you, after you're already doing the labor through the trauma, what I'm actually asking you to do by giving me your forgiveness is to do additional labor after I've already caused harm. And I have done nothing but utter the words, I'm sorry, to alleviate that harm. Now, while you are in trauma, I'm asking you now to do additional labor to forgive me. And I have done nothing but lifted one finger and said a couple words. I want people to break things down when they really get to the core of it, to ask themselves, what is the goal that you're trying to achieve? And does that goal center the people harmed?
Okay, I think I get what she's saying. So, for example, if you piss someone off or if you hurt someone and you tell the person, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do this any longer, and then if you're like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do this any longer, it's not only you saying, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do this any longer. Actually, act your apology. Yeah, do what you can to prove to the person that you're really, really sorry. Don't just say, oh, I'm sorry, and then think that sorry is going to wipe everything up or wipe everything off. Let your action follow your apology. Does that make sense? So I think that's what she's trying to achieve. Hopefully that's what she's trying to achieve, because I think that's what she's trying to achieve.
Brooke Schofield to do. I literally just saw a TikTok where, Brooke was apologizing for her disgusting racist tweets back in the day when she was a child. And was that disgusting? Yes. Was she a kid? Yes. Did she apologize for making those tweets? Yes. What are you at?
Hey girlie, you seem pretty upset about all this.
That's it. Wait.
Sorry.
Give me a second. That's a white person asking a black person, what do you want this person to do? People that have never experienced anything should not put themselves in it, okay? Like literally, not only the issue of racism or this or that, like literally, if somebody, for example, kills your mom, and you're so close to your mom and everything, and then you're so angry at the person who killed your mom. Imagine if somebody comes to you and is like, why are you angry to this person that killed your mom? The person said she's sorry, why are you angry? Wouldn't you want to punch the person? Like, who are you to tell me how to grieve? Who are you to tell me what to accept? Who are you to tell me? Literally, that person, let me check the full video because she's been stitched. Because what the hell? I think she deleted her account.
Down for you a little bit better in the kindest way possible. Because while she kind of apologized, she didn't really apologize. She gave us an explanation as to why she said the things she said, which isn't necessarily holding yourself accountable.
Exactly.
You want her to admit that she was racist.
Exactly.
She tweeted racist, she acted racist. That means you are racist. And if she grew from that, she grew from that. But acknowledging that there was a time in your life where you were racist and you were surrounded by racist people, you were racist. And here's the thing, racist is not a bad word. It's not like you're admitting to being a PDF file. It's a byproduct of this hierarchy of race that, our ancestors invented. So that's the first part. The second part is that Brooke today was liking an Instagram post that had Trump in it. It said, "Make America Great Again." And I've mentioned this in a few of my other videos. It takes a really long time to deconstruct white supremacy and to unlearn. Is that Brooke today was...
Give me a second. Sorry, guys.
Invented. So that's the first part. The second part is that Brooke today was liking an Instagram post that had Trump in it. It said, "Make America Great Again." And I've mentioned...
So basically, she was liking a Trump post. Yeah. Sorry. After reading Project 2025, if you support Trump, you're racist. Someone was like, you people are never satisfied with anything. Who is you people? You people, you might as well say a slur. I know you want to. This is a white person. I'll be waiting for that comment unavailable, but just remember, digital footprint is out there now. Guys, sorry, I'm like literally, where's my glasses? Before you people hate me. I'll be waiting for that comment unavailable, but just remember, digital footprint is out there right now. Hope this bites you in the ass. You people need to stop being racist and learn to shout. What the hell? Someone said you people need to stop being racist and learn to shower properly. You can't have hate in your heart. And small.
Mentioned this in a few of my other videos. It takes a really long time to deconstruct white supremacy and to unlearn racist things that have been taught to you or ingrained in you. Crying and feeling guilty that you are racist is fine, I guess, but acknowledging that you have a bad past and a bad history and at least trying to learn to be better is a first step. Also, I think if Brooke can make a 15 million part series on Clinton Kane, she could do the same thing on Trayvon Martin and donate money to him and his family. Or his family has a book, she could promote the book. There are so many avenues of ways that
Wait, who is Clinton Kane? Because I think I saw that in the comment section. Filipino singer and songwriter. What the hell? What does he have to do with Brooke? Brooke Scott. What does she... Filipino. Was she racist towards him? Oh, they were dating. Clinton cheated on her and lied about things like his age, upbringing, and his family being dead. She claimed that he told her that his father, mother, and brother died in 2022, but she later found out that only his father had passed. Okay. So I'm guessing that she made like a 15-part story to this. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. So she made a 15-part story to the breakup or something.
Making the situation better, but she's not.
Okay, so basically I think she made like a 15-part story about Clinton Kane. So people are like, you have to do like a 15-part story apologizing about Trayvon Martin.
Choosing to just say a half-ass sorry and then go
That's what she did the
collab with
first
Matt
time.
on YouTube in the kindest way possible. I hope this helps.
What do y'all want Brooke Schofield?
Yeah, this girl, what's her name? Elizabeth what? She's deleted her account. Hannah, why is it always Hannah? There's always a Hannah, Pearl Hannah Davis, Hannah Elizabeth yeah, fuck you, girl. Like, literally, when it comes to race, it's very hard for you to unlearn things about racism. She sounds convincing enough in her second apology. If she's changed, cool. And again, she dated this Filipino guy who is also a minority, so I don't know. But then again,
For her disgusting racist.
even the girl, when she's apologizing, that's what she did, apologizing. Anyway, so like, yeah, she dated a Filipino who is also a minority, but like, then again, just like some white people date black people, just because they want mixed babies doesn't mean that they like black people. Does that make sense? Like, they'll be like, oh, I have a black boyfriend, but you're being racist. Because I have experienced racism, I'm not gonna lie, like, it's not a good feeling. It is really not a good feeling. I said that about like 2 months ago. I spoke about it 2 or 3 months ago. Till you experience it, you do not know how much triggering racism is. I don't know. A part of me believes her, but like, I just cannot be asked. I really cannot be asked. PDF file people and racist people are the people that I've said I cannot forgive. Like, literally, I can't forgive you because, and those are two things I've actually experienced in my life. Yep, story for another day. Those are the two things I've experienced in my life, and I don't think that if I see my abuser, I'm going to forgive you. I don't think I am. And I think I have the right to say that I do not forgive racist people because I have been a victim of racism. Directly and indirectly, I have been a victim of racism. So, I don't know if I... I don't know. I don't know, guys. But I think I've said what I wanted to say. Let me know what you guys think about this video. And I'm going to also react to Tanamujo's video. So if you guys want to watch that, I think will come out after this one. But I'm actually producing content for 3 weeks, so kindly subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. Like this video, share. Do you guys like more videos like this? I literally did my research with you guys. But actually, I think I actually enjoyed it. Only if you want to be a member of my community, thank you so much. It really does mean the world to me. And also, if you want to get me a coffee, you can get me a coffee. And yeah, that being said, thank you, and subscribe if you've not. If you've reached this, put an orange emoji because I'm wearing orange. I'm wearing orange hair. So okay, put a red emoji. Thank you guys so much for your love, and till next time, bye.